I have with me Ms. Radhika Aggarwal, the co-founder and chief marketing officer of Shopclues. Shopclues ranks among one of the top e-retailers of India. Thank you so much, Ms. Aggarwal, for joining us.
Thank you so much. A pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Well, with all the e-retail buzz happening in India, with so much emphasis by the government on e-retail, iBharat, the entire digital technology. So what do you think is the future for e-retail?
E-retail, in our opinion, is going to be commerce in India. It is going to be the way Indians will buy in the future. There will be room for multiple players. The government is being very, very supportive. It is a great way for the smaller and medium businesses to be able to project their enterprising skills. I won't just say the wares, just their enterprising skills to the entire community, to the entire Indian community. And amazing future, very, very excited to be part of it.
All right, so if you could tell us about the total number of registered transactions you have and the merchant.
So we have 100,000 merchants that sell something with us on the platform. If you look at the number of products that are available on the platform, over 12 million SKUs are available. And this doesn't include a catalog of books, because books is a very easy thing to bring online. Any product that you can think of that should be available online is sold at Shopclues. And that is possible only by the sheer power of the fact that we are a managed marketplace. On peak days, we do over 150,000 orders. On Sundays, we run a very, very popular program called Sunday Flea Market. It is a merchandising property for us. If you look for an equivalent in the offline space, it would be something like a Suraj Kund Ka Mela or a Shani Bazaar, right? The point is to get more and more merchants to be able to come there and showcase their products. Products are typically priced under 1,500 rupees. You'll get a skipping rope set of 3, with a counter on it. It's the excitement, it's the serendipity of being able to find these products. For the merchants, it's very good as well because he's sitting on a bunch of products, and that how does he showcase it? So it's a great opportunity. So on Sundays, we do somewhere around 250,000 orders in a day. That is a huge number of orders for any of the e-commerce companies to be doing in India today.
So how do you take care of the inventory and which kind of model are you following?
So we are a pure marketplace. We have no inventory whatsoever. So any product, our fulfillment is done in 2 forms. We have distribution centers or cross-docking facilities. So we pick up products from the merchants, bring them to our cross-docking facility where it is inspected, packaged and shipped out to the consumer. Now, no product is in our fulfillment center for more than 8 hours. And that is very important for a marketplace. How can you call yourself a marketplace if you own inventory? The point is that the inventory is with the merchant at all times.
Right, so is it the zero inventory model?
It's completely zero inventory.
If you could tell us a little more about what kind of market you're trying to catch, the customer base and the age bracket.
Right. We are very, very focused on the Indian mass market. I'm talking about the Indian middle class consumer, the consumer who lives in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Even in metros, he lives in tier 2, tier 3 city pockets, the heartland of India. I'm not talking about the affluent urban customer. My customer can be urban, but he is very middle class, the values that a lot of us have grown up with, which is, it's a very value oriented customer. This is a customer that's utilitarian. This is a customer who does not want to leave value on the table regardless of the fact whether he's buying a 700 rupee feature phone or he's buying a 50,000 rupee iPhone. He is not going to leave any money on the table. For him, every rupee that he spends is very, very valuable. That is who my customer is.
It seems like e-retail industry is facing a loyalty concern. Is it true?
So loyalty typically comes in when all the players are selling becomes a concern when all the players are selling the same product. In a lot of ways, it's true for my other competitors because they are all playing on the basis of the categories that they're selling. They're all selling smartphones. A lot of their GMV comes from smartphones. They're selling electronics. They're selling computers. They're selling branded fashion. Shopclues is different. We're different because we play in regional and local brands. We are selling what India is truly buying in smaller towns and cities. Even in larger towns and cities, what India is buying in the bazaars.
That's right. How do you think capitalizing the e-retail market is possible? I believe Shopclues went ahead with the third round of capital funding.
Yes, we just did our Series D.
2013. So what's the status right now?
I think it's all about the potential of the market. E-commerce has proven itself in the US, but then a kitchen in New York is very similar to a kitchen in Austin, is very similar to a kitchen in San Francisco. E-commerce has, so that means that the selection or the range of the products is limited. In spite of that, e-commerce is very successful in the US. In China, the massive Alibaba success story, we all know about that. Customers are merchants, merchants are customers, phenomenally successful. India is the third frontier that is just opening up. The investors are very excited because the consumers are reacting in a very positive way. And anybody who has a differentiated model, who's able to prove not just growth, but also show a path to profitability, is getting funded by the investors.
What is the reality check for mobile in e-retail?
Mobile is very, very exciting. I'll give you an example that typically, between 5:30 to 8:30 would be a very slow period for us, because typically people would come into the office and then buy stuff from their laptops, or go home and then log in and buy stuff. Now that's become a peak period for us, because people are sitting in the metro, people are sitting in public transport on their phones and buying products. So about 40% of our traffic comes in on the mobile channel, and about 40% of our orders come in from there as well, and we expect that number to go up to about 65–70% by end of the year.
All right.
Very excited about it for a couple of reasons. Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, the Indian middle class, the mass market that we target, they are coming online in a very big way on the mobile. So our customer, the customer who likes Shopclues, who finds the unique things at Shopclues, who's shopping at Shopclues, is coming online in a very, very big way on the mobile. I think mobile is going to be a huge commerce channel for everybody, but more so for companies that are targeting the middle class.
Right. So how is Shopclues existing in a market such as e-retail, where we have a number of other big players?
The fact is that when all of you are selling mobile phones and computers, then discounting is the only way to really differentiate yourself.
All right.
For us, it's not such a big concern, and primarily because we have a very clear differentiation. We are selling apparel, we are selling home and kitchen goods, but these are all not necessarily fashion, branded fashion. These are clothes that ethnic wear. These are clothes that you and I grew up with, right? The clothes that you would buy in the market. These are products that you would buy in the market for your home, for your kitchen. These are a lot of long tail products that are available, and I think we totally differentiate ourselves on basis of the selection that we offer, the regional local brands that we offer, the price points that we offer, and the customer reacts very beautifully to that.
All right. Shopclues being one of the pioneers in e-retail, if you could tell us as to, it seems like the retailers want the customers to have the, both of the worlds,
right,
brick and mortar as well as the e-commerce platform. So what's your take on it?
I think, will one replace the other? No, that's not happened. That's not happened in any country, and that's not happened. That will definitely not happen in India as well. Will they coexist? Yes, completely. In a lot of ways, I think it's very important for a lot of brands to recognize the fact that these channels, both the channels, are here to stay. They will coexist. The customer will buy at one channel, return to another channel, and will continue to split their share of wallet between the two. One of them offers convenience, one of them offers selection, the other one offers very quick, easy access. And that's the way it's going to play out.
What is the future of e-retail, and what are the different types of payment options Shopclues is providing to its customers, and what do you think is the future of payments?
We offer the whole spectrum. You can pay by cash on delivery, you can pay by net banking, you can pay by debit card, credit card. You can also pay cash before delivery. So basically we've tied up with a bunch of the smaller stores that are across smaller cities, wherein you place an order, you go make the payment, and the product is delivered to you after that.
Great. If you could tell us a little about your loyalty programs, the existing programs you have.
So our loyalty program is called Clues Bucks. We have about 6 million consumers who are participants of the Clues Bucks program. Basically what happens at Shopclues is that we encourage our customers to pay using prepaid methods. So by prepaid, I would say, you know, net banking or debit card or credit card, and you get 2% cash back. And if you buy a laptop, 2% is a very significant amount. If you buy a mobile phone, it's a very significant amount. Even if you buy 5 dresses or 5 saris over the period of a year, that's a very significant amount. And I already talked to you that value is of utmost importance to my customer, right? Utmost importance to my customer. So they will typically go in and reuse the Clues Bucks. To 1 Clue Buck is equal to 1 rupee. So you can use it to buy anything on the platform, to pay for shipping, to pay for any product. There are no restrictions around it, and that increases loyalty. The fact that we have a wide selection, the fact that they can use any number of Clues Bucks in any transaction, I think that's something that the customers appreciate about us, and it's worked in our favor very, very well, and we hope to take it to the next level very soon.
All right. So how do you bridge the gap between online and offline, and how do you think we can keep the customers coming back in an omni-channel world?
I don't think we need to close the gap, primarily because the basic philosophy between both of them is the same. I think, and especially in a country like India where growth is omnipresent, but the government is doing amazing things, right? There is constant support, bringing on Varanasi weavers online. That doesn't mean that they're going to stop selling in the stores in Varanasi or even in the larger sari stores across the country. It's just that their reach increases through e-commerce. So I think that they're both going to coexist. So feel very strongly about that.
Great. If you could walk us through the journey of Shopclues, when did you break even? What's the annual turnover right now? And what's your expected growth rate?
Right. So Shopclues started in 2011. There were 4 co-founders who started it. We were based in the US at that time. Sandeep Aggarwal, who was the main founder of the company, then Sanjay Sethi, who's the current CEO, me and Mrinal Chatterjee, who was our CTO. We moved to India in about June 2011 to set up the office. We identified the opportunity. You know, Indian retail is so different from retail in any other part of the world. It's very fragmented, and the only way to truly address that is through a managed marketplace. We started with that concept, and we hold true to that concept even now, and it's played out exactly the way we had estimated it to play out. We started it then, we came live, the site came live on 26th January 2012. So we just about celebrated our 3rd anniversary yesterday, yes. We've grown very significantly since then. I'll share some high-level numbers with you. If we just take Diwali to Diwali to Diwali, this was our 3rd Diwali this year, we have grown 600% year on year, every year, so 7x growth. So the growth has been very good. The Indian consumer has rewarded us for the hard work that we have put in. We plan to exit this year, this fiscal year, with about 2,500 crores of GMV.
It seems like it's a new customer revolution altogether, with the consumer being the king. Do you think that is correct?
Consumer is always the king. For all formats of retail, customer is king. The customer is also very smart. I think we think that, you know, by driving pricing and discounting, you know, we are in a way buying the customer. No, I feel the customer actually looks at a lot more things. They're looking for selection of products. They're looking for the best value per se. Their perception of what value is. For somebody, there might be value in a 300 rupee phone. For somebody, there might be value in a 70,000 rupee phone. right? So the customer is very smart, the customer is very perceptive, and the hats off to the Indian customer, very, very open to change. You know, the way they have embraced e-commerce, in no other country has e-commerce grown this rapidly as it has in India.
Absolutely.
Very rapidly.
Second in the world.
Yes, completely. Second in the world in smartphone penetration. You know,
internet usage.
We leapfrog things.
That's
completely, right? I mean, broadband penetration, we leapfrogged it, and we have most of us access the internet on our mobile phones now. Really a completely different look and feel for the country.
Absolutely. Well, this question definitely you would be able to answer, you being the co-founder. The name Shopclues, what made you think of it?
Oh, I love that question. So before Shopclues, I used to run a small startup that was based on content for the Indian women based out of India, and that was called Fashion Clues, and Shopclues was a placeholder name, but it was very important for us to be able to make sure that the consumer understands that, you know, the right elements or the right clues come together to make the right shopping experience, and that's how we actually came about the name. We thought that it would be a placeholder name and we'll come up with a better name till pretty much the last minute, where we decided that this was the best name, and it's worked well for us. It's a lucky name.
It has indeed. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was a pleasure.